Since Jimmy Savile's sick pedophile activities were brought to light after many years of suspicion in 2012, there was a major crackdown and many celebrity pedophiles were brought to justice for child sex crimes. Some of these celebrities came as a shock to the public, as nobody would have ever thought of them being capable of committing such sick crimes. Other celebrities who was brought in people had their suspicions about for a while. Jimmy Savile died in 2011, taking it to his grave and never having to face punishment. He lived and died as a national hero. Many of these pedophiles, who were caught after Savile, their crimes were historic, and they most likely thought they had got away with it also, but they was wrong. Let's take a look at some of these celebrity pedophiles who were brought to justice in light of the Jimmy Savile case. Rolf Harris, the Australian native who had been an artist and a TV personality for over 50 years, and mainly a lot of work which attracted child audiences. In March 2013, he was brought in for questioning for allegations involving sex offences. Harris denied any wrongdoing and was bailed without charge. He strongly denied his crimes and went back on stage in May 2013, the first time since his arrest. He thanked his fans and audience for their support, but that wasn't the end for Harris. He thought he had gotten away with it. In August 2013, Rolf Harris was arrested again by officers from the Operation Yewtree team, which was an investigation into Savile and other celebrities. Harris was charged with 9 counts of indecent assault against 2 girls back in the 1980s. The girls was aged between 14 and 16 years old, and 4 counts of production of indecent images in 2012. Harris appeared in court in September 2013, and his lawyer said he would plead not guilty to all the charges brought against him, and he was bailed. His trial started on the 6th of May 2014, and most his charges was against his daughter's friend, ranging from 13 to 15, and sexual assault when she was 19. Harris denied all wrongdoing and said he didn't enter into a sexual relationship with the girl till she was 18. All the while his wife and family stood with him all through the trial. He was also accused of sexually assaulting 2 girls in the 1960s and 80s. He was found guilty of 12 counts of indecent assault and was sentenced to 5 years and 9 months in prison. The judge sentencing Harris quoted, "You have shown no remorse for your crimes at all. Your reputation now lies in ruins. You have been stripped of your honors, but you have no one to blame but yourself."
Yeah, I mean, we go back a long time. What was it, several weeks ago, wasn't it, when we first met?
Several weeks, yeah. You've been playing your records a long time, though.
Well, you played a couple of them over the years in the 60s.
1,000 times have I played.
Yeah.
The strange thing was, and nobody really thought anything of it, Rolf Harris had struck up a friendship with Jimmy Savile, appearing on his show Thimble Fix It and down other things with him, and they often joked about their friendship. Fred Talbot, aka Fred the Weatherman, was a big face on ITV morning television for over 30 years. He taught in schools in the northeast and the northwest of England before his TV career, but his teaching career come to an end with him offering 2 pupils an indecent proposal at his home. Which obviously the public never knew about. Talbot was well liked by the public and become somewhat of a celebrity. In December 2012, Fred Talbot's home was searched by Greater Manchester Police with allegations emerging of abuse at Altrincham Grammar School between the 1970s and early 80s. In April 2013, Talbot was arrested, and in his police interview, he refused to answer any questions over men, claiming they was abused by him as children. Later, Talbot was charged with 11 counts of historical sex offences. Fred Talbot was another one who thought he had got away with it after all those years went by. Talbot's trail began in January 2015. He was accused of abusing 4 children at the Altrincham School and 1 in the school in Newcastle, where he had worked. There were many witnesses, mainly pupils, who attended the school. Ian Brown, who was the lead singer of the band Stone Roses, testified that Talbot had shown his class at the Altrincham School for Boys gay pornographic movies. Talbot also had diaries which noted his sexual activity. On February 2015, Fred Talbot was found guilty of indecent assault against 2 boys and found not guilty on 8 other charges. He was remanded in custody for sentencing at a later date. In March 2015, Talbot was sentenced to 5 years in prison. 1 year later, Talbot was brought before Scottish court. He was convicted of 7 charges of indecent assault against boys that took place while the Altrincham School took a trip to Scotland. He was sentenced to 4 years in prison. In 2017, he was further jailed for 8 months for sexual assault on a boy which was over 16. Fred Talbot was another paedophile who deceived the British nation, but his dirty dark secrets came out in the end. He abused his power as a teacher and took his sick fantasies out on children. He got what he deserved, which wasn't enough. If you're liking this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to see more videos like this one. Gary Glitter, the disgraced glam rock star, had already been exposed as a prolific paedophile and convicted and jailed in the UK and in Vietnam. In 1999, he was sentenced into 4 months in prison for having over 4,000 indecent images of children on his laptop. He was again committing his sick crimes, but now it was in Vietnam in 2005. A 15-year-old girl was found living in his apartment and questioned by authorities. Glitter was already trying to flee the country heading for Thailand, but was arrested at the airport. Glitter had admitted an 11-year-old girl shared his bed. He could have been executed by firing squad if convicted of child rape, but Glitter paid the child's parents the equivalent of £35 to plead for clemency for Glitter. He was found guilty of committing obscene acts with girls 10 and 11, and was sentenced to 3 years in a Vietnamese prison. Glitter denied any wrongdoing, saying he had been framed by the British media. He was deported back to the UK on his release from prison, but this wasn't the end of perverted Gary Glitter's acts. Glitter was a long-term friend of Jimmy Savile's, and there had been rumours of the pair committing sexual acts with children together, with allegations of Glitter raping a 13-year-old child in Savile's BBC dressing room. It was now 2012, a year after Savile's death, and police investigating in Operation Yewtree arrested and questioned Glitter, and he was bailed. In June 2014, Gary Glitter was charged with 8 counts of sex offences with 2 girls between 12 and 14 relating back to between 1977 and 1980. On January 2015, Glitter was back at court facing more charges. 7 counts of indecent assault, 1 count of attempted rape, and 2 other sex offences against 3 girls between 1975 and 1980, inviting them back to his dressing room and attempting to rape a girl under 10 by creeping into her bed. The trial lasted 2.5 weeks. Glitter was acquitted on 3 charges but was convicted for attempted rape, 4 counts of indecent assault, and having sex with a girl under the age of 13. He was sentenced to 16 years in prison. Gary Glitter was one of Britain's worst paedophiles along with Jimmy Savile, but Glitter was caught for many of his sick acts early on. He tried his best to stay away from the UK after his first sex abuse conviction and after Vietnam. No other country wanted him there, and rightly so. The UK only had him back because he was a British national. Glitter is 78 years old and still in prison, where people hope he rots and dies there, but it looks like he is due to be released. Will more historic charges come out about Glitter, or will he strike again? We have come to the end of part 1. Hope you have liked watching this video and come back to watch part 2, which will be released soon. Come back to watch more of Britain's celebrity paedophiles after the Jimmy Savile investigation, Operation Yewtree. Mighty Vits 1 True Crime. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe.